This is what you're not trying to do if you're trying to be athletic. You're not trying to do this, like just one, right? And then two, and then three. That's not athletic, man. I don't know what that is, but some people train that way. You want to get in a good athletic position, right? You want to get in a good athletic position, and you want to. All right, Eddie G here from GF7FIT. Today we're talking about a chest workout. Not just any chest workout like for bodybuilders or whatever, but a chest workout for athletes. And you can follow them over here to the board. We're gonna look what's on the agenda first, right? And so I have chest/athletes. And we're talking about, first and foremost, warm up your shoulders before you start doing anything for your chest. I have a band here we like to use, and I call them pull aparts. I just pull apart here, right? And I try to do one set of 10 to 15, right in here, right? One set of 10 to 15. Right there, just pulling apart, getting the shoulders ready. Then after that, I like to do here, pull back behind the back, and do maybe another 10 to 12 reps there, right? That gets my shoulders ready for my chest workout. And again, this is a very light band. It's the yellow band. They have red and black and everything. But you don't want to get such a heavy band. You're just warming up the shoulders. After that, you want to do some internal, external rotation. And yeah, sometimes people are like, well, I know about these things, right? I know about internal, external rotation. I get it. You know about these things, but do you do them correctly, or do you even perform them? A lot of times people do it like this, like they'll do, say they'll have apparatus here, they'll have a band, right? You're doing internal rotation this way. But I would recommend you have a towel. You put it underneath where the elbows are here. You're doing internal rotation, right? Again, do a set of 10 or 15, but you don't want to be doing, if this towel drops and your elbow, you do like this, and the towel were to drop, you're doing it wrong. Get a little towel, put it between the elbow and the rib cage, and then you do your internal rotations there, all right? And of course, we're doing for both arms. Then you're gonna do external rotation, right? And so instead of me turning it around, lose the camera position, external rotation looks like this. You put the towel there, external rotation just to there. A lot of people do this, and they take the hand way out, and the towel will drop, right? I'm gonna pick up the towel, so I don't gotta show you, but you know if I did this, the towel would drop. So here's a towel right here. I have it bunched up. I'm just doing external rotation, right? External rotation. And obviously, well, if you wanna come on this way, I would do it with my right arm, right? Just wanna show you guys. I would do here with the right arm, and I would just externally rotate there with the right. So I started with internal rotation, right? I started with internal rotation, which would be this way. Here, this is internal rotation. Obviously, you can get more range of motion with internal rotation, but so just let me adjust the towel right there. Internal rotation, right? And then that's internal rotation, and then this would be external rotation, and then internal rotation. And once you do one set for each, then you're done with this band, all right? You're done with the band. You can just hang it up somewhere, all right? And you don't need the towel no more unless you're working out a public gym. You gotta use a towel. So if you come back over here for the warm up for the shoulders, we're looking at bench press. I know most of you know how to bench press because you're athletes, and that's great. But I just want to show you, after you do a set or two of bench press, I'm going to show you on the bench press. I don't have no weight on there. I'm not concerned with the weight you're using. What I'm concerned with is your form, your readiness, your mental state if you're going to be an athlete. Part of athlete too is just being your mental state. Can you perform, right? So you talk about the bench press, you know, I'm hoping you're benching correctly. You know, you're putting your back into the bench when you're benching, you're bringing the bar underneath, you're doing a full range of motion. If you're an athlete, you don't want to bench like this, right? I'm gonna put my feet up here on the bench, kind of like doing that. But what you don't want to do, you don't want to do this here. You don't want to do that, okay? I see guys at the gym doing that, doing half reps. There is a time and a place for that, but not if you're gonna be an athlete, all right? So if you're an athlete, I want you to come full range of motion, putting the back into the bench, maybe a slight pause at the bottom, and exploding up. Coming down, 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 a pause at the bottom, explode up. Down, down, down. Explode up. Down, down, down. A little pause at the bottom. Explode up. Down, down, down. And explode up. Now, do you have to put your feet on the bench? You don't have to. But the reason I did that is just to isolate the chest, because we're talking about getting the chest, okay? So that's just an example of that. Now you don't gotta do every set like that. You can do your last set like that. So you're going slow, 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 and slow, 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 and then explode. The reason you're pausing because you're getting all those back muscles to really go into the bench, and you're sticking that chest out, and then you're firing, almost like you're trying to throw the bar, right? And yeah, you're not gonna be able to go that heavy. A lot of guys like to bench real heavy. Hey, if you can bench heavy, I'm not against you benching heavy. Just make sure you're keeping in mind that you're also an athlete. If you're a boxer, just keep in mind you gotta be able to box, throw a lot of punches. If you're a baseball player, just keep in mind you gotta be able to load that scapula, right? Load that scapula and do your throwing, all right? If you're a football quarterback, it's cool, you're benching, but just remember you gotta do your throws, right? You gotta be able to use full range of motion. I'm not against doing strength. I'm a strength and conditioning coach. I'm not against strength training. Just do it right. So that's your bench press up there, right? So you warmed up the shoulders, and then you did your bench press. As far as sets go, don't do no more than 3 sets. Just do a warm-up set, do 2 good sets, and the last set, slow and controlled, and then explode, okay? Next one is the incline press. So with the bench here, you know, you're gonna bring the bench up to somewhere about right there. All right, we're gonna roll this out, right? I'm gonna get a dumbbell here. Again, this is light dumbbell, but it's more for demonstration. All right, grab the dumbbell here. I suggest you do dumbbell press with 1 arm at a time. Why? Because that's gonna concentrate on your core as well. So your core has to stabilize, right? So if you're here and you're gonna take it back, right? Don't do stuff like this right there. If you're gonna be an athlete, use your full range of motion. Use your full range of motion right here. As far as you can, get deep with the chest. That's why I need you to stabilize the core, right? Again, you know, 2-3 sets, maybe 8 to 10 reps each arm, right? But you're going deep. Again, don't do the half reps. Don't get the 100 pounds, the 110 pounds and do this, right? Don't start doing this with the 110s. Maybe get the 60s, 70s. Come all the way down. It's not gonna hurt your shoulder. Your body's designed to do full range of motion. It's not gonna hurt you because your body's designed to do full range of motion. The more you do full range of motion, the more the body's ready for it. And of course, you would do your other arm, right? Same thing, you keep the core tight. You bring it all the way down, right? And you're up. All the way down and up. Why my emphasis is all the way down? Because if you're boxing, if you're playing baseball, tennis, basketball, you don't have the option just to work out in one little range of motion. You gotta be able to use full range of motion all the time, right? All the way down, all the way up. All the way down, all the way up. If you start working out like this, that's the muscle you're gonna build, all right? If you start doing half reps only, that's the muscle you're gonna build. You're gonna build half a muscle. The more you can stretch your muscle, the more you can contract it. If you can come way back here, you can do that. If you just go here, you only got that, right here to there. If you can come all the way back, do full range of motion, you're gonna have a big advantage. It's not about how much weight you put up. And it's not, oh, do you lift weights? You use weights. If you're an athlete, you're using the weights for your advantage. You're using the weights so you can become a better athlete. Unless you're a power lifter, of course, but if you're a power lifter, you know, powerlifters are also athletes, but powerlifters, I mean, just a little different. I'm talking about people who they gotta use their arms still, like a boxer, like MMA, gotta use their arms, like a baseball player, where you throw your right or your left, right? Quarterback, even football players, you gotta use your arm if you're an offensive lineman. Linebackers gotta be able to use their arms to throw their arms up to get the ball, DBs and stuff like this. Tennis players gotta use that arm, gotta use the backhand. Golfers gotta use those arms. So I'm talking about most, or if you just wanna be athletic, you don't wanna be like this, have to go to the gym, hey, what's up, man? It's cool if you're like that. I'm not knocking it. But if you're an athlete, you wanna be able to to load the scapula. You want to be able to do full range of motion in the shoulders without them cracking and hurting. You should be able to come all the way up, come all the way down, have, you know, liberty in the joints, you know, and the weight should help you achieve that. So that's the incline press. So after that, if you come up back to the board, we're looking at a med ball pass, right? So kind of like a ballistic move, sport performance move, where you have the ball here and you're gonna throw it. So if you have a partner, you can throw it to a partner, you can throw it outside. Here I have a heavy bag in here. That's what I do when I'm training my athletes in here. We hit the heavy bag. If we're out on the park, we throw it against the fence. I have many med balls, but I'm gonna grab about an 8-pounder, you know? Grab an 8-pounder here and just roll it over. So with the med ball pass, you can see the heavy bags over here. What you wanna do on these ones, oh, I forgot to mention, on the bench press, you wanna do about 6 to 8 reps, right? With the dumbbells, also, I say 6 to 8, or if you want 8 to 10, but don't go crazy on the reps. Make sure you have efficient reps, and that's all you need. You don't gotta go crazy in the reps. As far as these, I wouldn't go more than 5 reps or more than 3 sets. You're not trying to do this. This is what you're not trying to do if you're trying to be athletic. You're not trying to do this, like just 1, right? And then 2, and then 3. That's not athletic, man. I don't know what that is, but some people train that way. You want to get in a good athletic position, right? You want to get in a good athletic position, and you want to, get off me, ball. 1. You want to take up. You want to think about even doing it better the second time. You want to 2, right? You want to get a little squat, really throw that ball off, right? You want to, in here, right? Little squat, and 3, right? Get down, I can do it better. You don't want to get too far, you want to 4, and then 5, right? Just in here, and you want to rest a little bit in between sets, you know, a minute or 2, then do it again. But remember, the med ball pass right here, and you're just throwing, and you're breathing out as you're throwing. It's a quick, and bam! It's an explosive move, all right? That's the med ball pass. We're moving right on to explosive push-ups. Explosive push-ups, right? You can do your clapping push-ups, but by now your shoulders are gonna be fatigued. You gotta think about injury. If I get down on the ground, I might hurt myself. Those explosive push-ups, because you benched already. You've done incline press, you've done med ball pass. So if you do explosive push-up, I recommend you do it like off a plyo box or off a bench. How does that look if it's off a plyo box? Well, you know, I'll show you, right? So you do something like this, all right? Take that med ball over there, don't want to trip. Here, you're gonna come down slowly, right? You're gonna come down slowly, full range of motion, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The thing about the clapping push-ups, if you don't want to clap, you can also do a push-up like this, right? You can just catch yourself. Catch yourself. That catch, when you're catching your weight like that, it's a very explosive move for your muscles. You're gonna get sore, you know, it's gonna fatigue you. So when you do explosive moves like this, you wanna rest about 2 to 3 minutes in between sets, because you gotta recover. You gotta make sure you're going back. And if you're clapping, you gotta make sure you can do it. Again, if it was gonna be your first move of the day, you could do them off the floor. Clapping pushes off the floor, I do it with my athletes. But I always keep in mind my athletes, I don't want them to get hurt. I don't want them to get injured. So what I do with them, like, okay, how you feeling after we've benched? After we've done incline press, we've done med ball pass. They've already done, like, if that's 3 sets of each, that's already 9 sets plus the warm-ups. So by the time you get to push-ups, your shoulders are fatigued. So by the time you get here, you wanna make sure you're on a little incline that makes it a little easier. And you're getting 1, 2, right? And you don't want to do no more than 5 reps. Okay, and then we'll come over here. Last thing, really important, you want to cool down. Why do you want to cool down? Because the cooling down and the stretching after you're done, that's going to prepare you for the next workout. If you don't cool down correctly and you don't stretch correctly after your workout, the next workout you're not going to be ready because your muscle's still going to be tight. It's not going to be recovered. You want to make sure that the muscle has recuperated. The muscle gets real tight when you work out. You want it to get back to its original shape, and you be in that way you get more circulation to the tissues. You want to cool down. One of the best chest stretches is to put your arm here and kind of just walk forward. So my arm's here, you'll see myself coming towards the camera. That's gonna stretch that chest. You wanna hold for 10 or 15 seconds. You want it to be a slight stretch, but you don't want it to kill you. And then obviously you would do that on both sides. Left side, right side. Do the left side as well. Do the right side, do the left side. You wanna hold this stretch for 10 or 15 seconds, do 2 to 3 sets on that. And then you'd be good. That's a cool down. Another way to cool down is just to walk. Do a slow walk, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. A nice slow walk, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. A nice slow walk. You know, just walking around. That's gonna help you cool down as well. All right? Yeah, I recommend you do this twice a week. So if you do it, don't train chest on Monday. Train your legs on Monday. Start the week right. Train chest on Tuesday. And then train chest again on a Friday. All right, but start your week off with legs, either deadlifts or squats. If you deadlift on Monday, squat on Thursday. If you want to start your squats on Monday, then deadlift on Thursday. But do your chest twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. How you want to get your back in there and your arms, that's up to you. You know, I'm just Coach Eddie G. I'm just showing you what has worked for my athletes. Hopefully it gives you a little, I don't know, like a better preparation to go about your workout. That's what I'm doing these videos for. You know, it's not a one-size-fits-all project, but I'm having you think like an athlete. If you want to play athletes, if you're a high school athlete, if you're a college athlete, I know in college you get a coach. Sometimes coaches are real busy. So, you know, we never stop learning. I got my master's in science, so I'm always learning too. You know, I'm always learning for people at the gym, even trainers who just got their certification. I'm always open to learn, you know what I mean? I can keep it in the back burner. I can put it in my notebook. So that's why I'm doing these videos for you. Again, Eddie G. GF7FIT. If you like what you're watching, boom, give me that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and then hit that little bell so you get all the notifications. And if you made it to this part of the video, man, I really appreciate you. Have a good night.